Hey Royston, it's Matt Parker, and we are excited to share with you that we are looking forward to being back in worship with you this Sunday, beginning June 28th. We're going to have two services, 9:30 service across the street from where I'm standing in our gym, and an 11 o'clock service right behind me here in our sanctuary. But we are looking forward to this. We've been waiting for this moment for a long time, since March, and we are looking forward to gathering together again with you as well here on the campus of Royston First United Methodist Church. You know, as I've thought about what that re-entry to worship is going to look like for us, there's been a lot of thoughts that have run through my head. And you can go to our website, roystonfirstumc.org/the return. You can read all about the guidelines, the procedures, all of that stuff. But I want to just take a few minutes and walk you through what it's going to look like, because it's going to be a little bit different. But before we go into the building, I want to just share this thought with you. If you think about the illustration of a car that's getting ready to merge onto the highway, a car turns onto an on-ramp first, and then it gradually begins to pick up speed before it gets to the highway. Well, that's what we're doing as we re-enter into these worship spaces. Is we are turning onto an on-ramp right now, and hopefully we will gradually pick up speed as we begin to get into that regular rhythm of what worship is going to look like for us in the future. It's not going to be perfect, we know that. We're going to continue to evaluate this along the way. There's going to be things that you're going to have questions or doubts or concerns about, and that's okay. We understand that. But we just want to take a moment and walk you through this and explain to you some of the things that are going to look a little bit different. One quote that I heard recently that I want to share with you is, somebody shared with, I heard somebody say, we shouldn't be focused on what we can't do, but we should be focused on what we can do. And so that's the way we've been thinking about worship. We've been thinking about what we can do, not about what we can't do. And so we're looking forward to doing this, and we look forward to gathering with you beginning this Sunday. So one of the things you're going to notice as you first show up is that the doors will be propped open here. And we're going to ask that you, if you come for the traditional service at 11 o'clock, here in the sanctuary, we're going to ask that you enter through these doors here in the back parking lot underneath the portico. We're asking everybody to go through these doors to enter into the building. And as you come in, we're also asking for everybody to wear a mask. Now, we're not trying to start a debate or trying to prolong a debate about whether we should be wearing masks or not wearing masks, or whether it's a political or anything like that. We feel that worship here in our church should be the safest space where you can come to worship God. And so we're asking everybody to wear a mask while you're in the building so that everyone feels like they're safe to come and worship here with us. And so let's go inside to our gathering area, and we'll talk you through what's going to happen once you get through these doors. So come on, let's go. As you make your way into our gathering areas, you're going to find that we have two check-in tables for you when you enter. Now, we're not asking you to RSVP or to reserve a space for worship, but as you enter, we are going to check you in. We're going to just register you as being here, and that just is for our record keeping so that we know that who's on our campus at all times. But you'll make your way to our registration tables there, and we'll have one of our volunteers to welcome you. They'll check you in. They'll also have a mask. If you did not bring your mask, you can bring a mask there, and you can also pick up a worship bag for your kids. Now, unfortunately, we are unable to offer children's church or nursery at this time, and so our worship services will be family friendly. So these worship bags are going to help your kids to stay engaged with the worship services as well. So those will be at all of our check-in tables as you enter. You'll also see that there's going to be a basket at each of the tables, and this is a basket where you can leave your tithes and your offering each Sunday morning. Now, if you forget or you don't have it available when you're checking in, that's okay. You can either give online. We'll also have baskets available at the entry and exit of the worship spaces as well. Now, what happens if we have too many people that show up on Sunday morning? Great question. We actually are going to have an overflow room available for this Sunday, June 28th. And so if we have too many people show up for our sanctuary or for our gym, we're going to move to our fellowship hall, where we will show a pre-recorded version of the service that you can watch there in the fellowship hall with your family in a physically distanced environment as well. And so if we get to that point, and I hope that we fill up all of these rooms, but if we get to that point, then we will be evaluating and looking at if we need to add services in the future as we continue to move forward. And so before we head into the sanctuary, though, let's take a quick look at what restrooms and all that are going to look like for the immediate future. So come join me. Now, in each of the gathering areas, you're going to see that we have hand sanitizer stations spread throughout. There's 3 stations in each of the gathering areas, and one near each of the restrooms, and then one as you come in and out of the worship space. And so we hope that you'll take advantage of that and make sure that you're sanitizing your hands, washing your hands, and of course sanitizing your hands. You'll also see that we have propped open the doors to our bathrooms. Now, one of the things that we're asking you with our bathrooms is that you limit it to one person at a time. For parents with small children, we realize that you would need to be in there with your child, and that's fine, But for everybody else, we're asking for one person at a time. Now, to help show that we've got one person in the restroom at a time, we've got these neat little sashes that you can put over the doors, and they're just magnetic strips. You can pull it like that and cover the door to show that somebody is in the restroom. And so we ask that you just pull those things over and cover up the doors so that it lets people know that you're in the restrooms, and it'll just help us to keep that distancing as well. So let's head into the sanctuary now and see what's going to happen when you enter into that space. Now, as you enter into the sanctuary, you're going to see that the pews have already been roped off for the physical distancing. On every other pew, you'll see that we blocked off the outside of it, and we're asking you not to sit in those sections. But in the pews that are open, we ask that you move into where the tape is. The tape creates a 6-foot spacing for you and another family. And so we ask that you and your family make your way and find a seat. Now, some of the seats are a little bit easier for larger families than others. And so if you've got a family of 1 or 2 or maybe even 3, maybe you want to sit a little closer to the front and leave some of the spots in the back open for families of 4 or more. But we just ask that you respect that. Once you're in your pew, you'll find that there are no Bibles, no hymnals, no pens, no offering envelopes, no prayer cards, none of that. Again, trying to eliminate a lot of those contact points. And so we encourage you to bring your own Bible. But if you do not have a Bible, let us know. Contact our church office, and we will be happy to loan you a Bible that you can use and take home with you and bring back each Sunday for worship. And so we want that to be something that you can use to enhance your worship experience. So let's head across the street to the gym, and we'll show you some of the things that are happening over there. Now, I'm over here at the gym, and this is where our 9:30 service will be held. And it's a bit of a different time shift for those of us who were worshiping here at our early service before. But this is where our 9:30 service will be held. And much like across the street, when you arrive, you'll find that the doors are going to be propped open. We'll have a volunteer here who will welcome you. At both of our services, all of our volunteers will be wearing red lanyards. And so if at any time you have a question, please feel free to grab one of our volunteers and ask them how they can help you. But you'll come in, and again, you'll come in and you'll proceed in through the check-in area, which is where our worship service will begin. So let's go inside and check it out. Now, one of the things that you're going to notice as you come onto the campus is that we've got signage up around the campus that will help to direct you where to go and to some of the guidelines that we have put in place here around here to help create a safe space. Some of that signage will be on the floor, so be paying attention. We're going to have arrows that will direct you on which direction to walk. And so, for instance, when you come into the gym, we're going to ask that you make your way around to the left and enter through that door. And then this door here will be used for our exit point here in the gym. Now, like across the street, when you come in, we're going to have these tables set up here where someone can check you and your family in. You'll come and tell them your name. They will check you off as being here. And that just, again, allows us to know who is with us on the campus at any given time. You'll make your way around. Again, we'll have the offering basket. We'll have the worship bags, all of that stuff where you can pick that up here as you check in. We do ask that as you enter that you do honor that social distancing, that physical distancing of 6 feet. We're going to have markers on the ground that will help you with that, but just another way that we're trying to take those precautions. So let's head into the gym and check out what's different in there. Well, here we are in our gym where our 9:30 service will be held. And you're going to notice behind me that the seating configuration is going to look a little different when you come in. And one of the things I love about this worship space is that it does provide us that flexibility to be able to adjust the way that we seat. And so we've actually got 2 types of seating here in the gym when you come. We've got the tables that we've brought over here and set up 6 chairs around each table. And we've also got paired seating spread throughout here. All the seating is physically distanced, of course, 6 feet apart between seating areas. And as you come in with your family, we're going to ask that you sit together as a family. If it's just one of you or just 2 of you, you can you sit in one of our paired seating sections. If it's a family of 3 or more, we're going to ask that you sit at one of the tables here. Now, obviously, there's a certain amount of seats that are available in this room and in our sanctuary. And so if we have more people show up than what we have seating for, we actually will have an overflow room available in our fellowship hall. One of our volunteers will escort you over there and show you the fellowship hall, and we'll stay with you in the fellowship hall. And it's not going to be a live stream or a closed circuit or anything like that of the service. It's going to be a pre-recorded service that you'll be able to watch and experience, but you'll hopefully be able to enjoy that with community of others as well there in the fellowship hall. So while you're here with your family, we invite you to embrace the family worship experience. We are going to be, we'll have tools and resources there on the table to make it more engaging for kids and help them to connect with the service. We're also making some adjustments to our services. You're going to notice that our services will only be 45 minutes long. And the illustrations that I use in my messages will continue to, will be child friendly, will be appropriate for children, and then will connect with children. And here we're also going to be able to show a recording of Miss Heather's children's moment. And so you'll be able to enjoy that here at this service as well for our children. So behind me, of course, you'll also see our stage. Our band usually leads us from worship up on our stage. They're going to continue to be a very important part of our worship experience here at this service. And we are just so fortunate that we have such great musicians here at Royston First United Methodist Church. And we are excited that they are going to continue to be part of those worship experiences that we have going forward. So the band, you will notice that the band will be physically distanced as well, and so their configuration will look a little bit different, but they are still, we're still very excited that we are able to have them here with us as well. So that's about it. That's about what you can expect when you show up on a Sunday morning here at Royston First United Methodist Church. Friends, know this, we have been praying for you, and we have been looking forward to this day for a long, long time. And it's going to be great. We're excited about being with you in worship again here on the campus live. If you do not feel safe being in worship with us, if this all seems like it's too much for you, or maybe if wearing a mask is just too much for you right now, that's okay. We invite you to join us online for our online service that we are going to continue to offer. Now, we're moving that to Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. is when it's going to premiere. So you can watch that anytime on demand, and we would love to have you join us for that. Friends, we look forward to seeing you soon, whether it be online or here live in person. Know this, we are praying for you, and we are praying that God will continue to bless your worship as we prepare to gather together again. Have a great week, and God bless.